And welcome to Just for Clicks, guys. This is Michael Buckheist, and this is live, raw, and uncut sports talk here on this Monday afternoon. It's raining. It's kind of just one of those blah days here in Louisville, Kentucky, home of RTF Productions. But I know around the world it is beautiful. I mean, I absolutely love this time of year. Leaves are starting to turn, get a little crisp in the air at night. It's football weather. Football season is here, almost here. 2 weeks away. We are in week 3 of the NFL preseason games here. And we're getting closer and closer to getting the Just for Clicks preseason playoff special here happening. But before we get into today's show covering the Los Angeles Chargers, I want to give a shout out to all the trolls that have been trolling Just for Clicks iTunes page, guys. So I guess I made somebody mad, or I don't know exactly what happened, but I got an influx of ratings on my iTunes, a bunch of 1 stars. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter to me. Good, bad mouthing me is still keeping my name in your mouth. It is what it is. So to help me boost the show back up a little bit, guys, as far as rating wise goes, if you could go ahead and rate the show, give me your honest opinion. I'm not asking for 5 stars, or just tell me what you think. Leave a review, just so we can mute those trolls a little bit. With that being said, it is what it is, and thank you, trolls, for how does that old saying go? Haters make me famous. So thank you, trolls, for making me trending on iTunes for last Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day that was. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into the show, guys. 2019 Los Angeles Chargers are a playoff team from last year. They beat the Baltimore Ravens in the first round of the playoffs, and then had to go to New England the next round to battle the Patriots, which they ultimately ended up losing to the Patriots. I believe they were 12-4 last year. No, 11-5, 12-4, something right around there. Basically, if they would have won their last game of the season and Chiefs would have lost, they would have been the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and the Chiefs would have been the 5th seed. So, with that being said, it is definitely time that we rework this playoff schedule a little bit here. But nonetheless, week number 1 is going to come. It's going to come fast. Sorry, I lost train of thought there for a second. But week number 1, let's go ahead and break it down. Wow, I got really lost there for a second, guys. But week number 1, the Chargers are at home taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I already had this marked off as a win, but without Andrew Luck, it's even going to be a bigger win. Chargers win, and they win big. Week number 2, they travel to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. This is a win as well. The Detroit Lions, I've said it many times, they're just not going to be very good this year. Sorry, guys. Week number 3, back at home, take on the Houston Texans. I have Houston winning this game. Houston's going to be a tough team. They were the favorites in their, the runner-up favorites in their AFC South. Now they're going to be favorites, and this game doesn't mean as much as it did, as it once did. But still, the Houston Texans do come out and they get this win. Week number 5 at Miami Dolphins. This is a win as well. I don't care who is at the quarterback helm for Miami. I don't care if it's Drew Brees. Their talent around him is just not very good. Kenny Stills is really the only weapon that they have on that side of the ball. Nick Foles is highly overrated outside of an Eagles uniform. Chargers win. They win big. Week number 5, we start division play. Take on the Denver Broncos at LA Coliseum, or at the Chargers field. This is a win. Joe Flacco still going to be trying to find his footing here in week 5 in Denver, learn his role a little bit, and just I really like the Chargers defensive side of the ball. They do great things on that side of the ball, so I'm looking forward to this game. I'm rooting for the Broncos, but Chargers win. Week number 6, they're still at home, take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are going to have much to prove this year. Playing with that chip on their shoulder, no longer have Antonio Brown, no longer have Le'Veon Bell, but I don't think they're going to. They're definitely going to miss him. You cannot miss a player like Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown. They don't miss him the first 6 weeks, the first five weeks. But this Week 6 game versus the Chargers, they really need a player like Antonio Brown to divert the double coverage from Juju Smith-Schuster. So with all that being said, Chargers win this game. Next week, they're on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. This is another win, giving them 4 straight wins in a row. Titans, they're a mediocre team, but they're going to be scrappy. So this is not going to be an easy game by any means, but I still think Phillip Rivers and the boys get it done. Week number 8, travel to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. This is a second loss of the season. I think Mitchell Trubisky is an overrated quarterback. However, at home, week number 8, Chargers are kind of riding high. They're 6-1 so far on the season. They're bound to slip up somewhere, and the Bears' defense is pretty good. So this is where they slip up and they get the second loss of the season. Week number 9, back at home, take on the Green Bay Packers. If this game was at Lambeau Field, I would be picking the Green Bay Packers, but it's not. That's why I'm picking the Chargers. I think Phillip Rivers is going to go off this game. I don't know what the Packers defense has in store for us, but I don't think it's going to be any good. It's going to be like the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Bend don't break, and they're going to break more times than not. With that being said, Chargers win. Next week, week number 10, they travel to the Black Hole to take on the Oakland Raiders. This is a loss. This loss here might cost them the division championship. This loss here might cost them the division championship. Because I have Kansas City losing to Oakland as well. So, if they can beat Oakland in this Week 10 matchup, they can win the division, but they don't. Oakland wins. Antonio Brown goes off for 4 touchdowns. Week number 11, they're playing in Mexico City to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe this is a Monday night game, if I'm not mistaken. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in this Week 11 matchup. It's going to be another shootout. It won't be the shootout that the Kansas City and the Rams had a couple years ago, or last year, I should say. But it's going to be a shootout. 42-45 is the final. Chargers on top. Catapult you guys into a Week 12 bye week. Then you're back on the road, Week 13 at Mile High Stadium, and this is a loss. Coming off a bye week, traveling to Mile High, this is a loss. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because you guys don't play well in cold weather. This is right around Thanksgiving, it's the last weekend of November. There's going to be chill in the air, possible snow. You guys don't play well in cold. You are a warm weather team. That's why Denver snubbed you. Week 14, on the road still, going to Florida to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a win. Jacksonville Jaguars has a great defense, but their offense is pretty horrible. That's why you win. You score more points than they do. It's simple as that. Week 15, back at home, take on the Minnesota Vikings. This is a win. Vikings are going to be much improved. We're breaking them down Wednesday, it looks like. They're going to be solid, as in an 8-8, 9-7, possibly 10-win team. I think battling for that division, but they still have Kirk Cousins. I'm not 100% sold on Kirk Cousins. Win, Chargers. Week 16, back at home still, taking on the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders. Revenging that Week 10 loss. This is a win, and this is a shellacking. You guys are just going to lay it on them. 42-7 final. It hurts to be an Oakland Raider fan. Week 17, wrapping up the season, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. This is a loss. Like I said earlier, you guys don't play well in cold. Okay. I hear what you guys are saying right now. I can already hear it in my head. We played well in New England. Rah. Okay, I'm sure you did. But this is Arrowhead Stadium. You're not going to go in there, final game of the season, division championship on the line, and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a 28-17 game. Chiefs come on top. Give me guys 11-5 record on the season. As 11-5 would win you most divisions, it's not going to win the AFC West. Kansas City Chiefs are going to go 12-4, 13-3 on the season. What do I have them? I have them at 12-4 as well, but they'll win the tiebreakers because of the common opponents or something. So they beat Oakland, but you guys. So they split with Oakland. You guys split with Oakland. You guys split with Kansas City. They obviously split with you guys. But you lose that one to Denver. And Kansas City sweeps Denver. That is the deciding factor in the AFC West race. That's just the way it is. You have to win your division games. You have to sweep through the division. If you sweep through the division, you guys will get the division championship, obviously. And Phillip Rivers might be on pace for his first Super Bowl. Is it going to happen? No. Second seed in the AFC West again. Fifth seed, and you'll be traveling to New England. Can you guys beat New England in the first round of the playoffs this year? Only time will tell. Find out in a couple weeks as we break down the AFC playoffs. Preseason AFC playoffs, obviously. Just for Clicks. Guys, but this is Michael Buckheiser, and this is Just for Clicks. Live, raw, and uncut sport cop. Here on this Monday. Have a great day. Enjoy your week. We'll see you tomorrow.